Hi guys, and welcome back to the Mini Machine Shop. This one's going to be kind of a long one. So if it's morning, pause it, go get yourself a big cup of coffee. If it's evening, a beer. Alright, so first up, Windows 10. Don't do it. I don't know why, or figured out why. I had a bunch of customers that were calling me all of a sudden saying, you know, I've got an opportunity to upgrade to Windows 10. Should I do it? And of course they tell them, no, don't do it. You've got a business machine, don't mess with it. It ain't broken. The enemy of good is better. But I found, yeah, one customer called me, and I guess he was in a panic because he was at the license agreement window for 10, and he's like, what do I do? I don't want this, right? And I said, yeah, click disagree. You know, do not agree with the license agreement. I wasn't there, it was just over the phone, and then he said he was rolling something back, so hopefully it was just getting rid of the files. He said it had been downloading for over an hour, and I figured that, because I'm sure it's huge. But one customer did do it, completely took over the machine. It's the ugliest operating system I have seen. I had a hell of a time trying to get it out of there, get control of that PC. And they said that they just came in the morning and it was there already. And it's like, no, you had to have a license agreement. They're not going to do it illegally. But I found out why everybody's calling me is because if you have updates turned on, and I wish I could find the WUA, Windows Update Agent, because I'd love to just completely remove it from every PC. All I can do is just disable it, but it gets turned back on by Microsoft if you're not paying attention. Some of the machines, or this particular machine, had the update turned on. Normally it downloads just security updates and program repair things. They find bugs in the programs. But it is downloading a KB, which one is it? KB3035583. Get it out of your computer. It sits on the bottom right of your screen and it'll pop up and say, you are eligible for a free Windows 10 upgrade. And if you click on it, poof, you got 10. So I had removed that from this machine, and there is, I found a reset, well actually too, when the upgrade finished on 10, nothing worked on this computer. Office didn't work, other unique programs they had, law programs and stuff, everything was dead. WordPerfect, dead, couldn't save anything. But I found out from Googling it that there is a reset, so you can roll it back. And it looks like it was pretty successful. So Google it if you accidentally have 10 and you want to go backwards, and you get your Windows 7 or whatever you previously had there. It did say that option is only available for 30 days. So that's that. The new table, I'm really liking this. The extensions here, puts a lot more stuff on it, protects everything, loving every minute of it. It didn't even get scratched yet, which is hard to believe. So, titanium video. It's a car. Oh, nice and quiet. Huh, okay. Titanium video. Somebody posted a comment saying, "Isn't this dangerous?" As a result, I updated the website. Realized, I better put terms and conditions and usage, and completely say, if anybody kills themselves doing one of my projects, I'm not responsible. So I've got terms up there now. What else did I do? As a result of the new aluminum inserts, I started a quest for, well, is there anything out there that can make steel better? So, watch this video. This is real interesting after 2 years stumbling across this stuff. This is the aluminum that you guys saw in the last video with that new insert, and it's a gorgeous finish. But I was reading in some blog room, chat room, something about I was trying to find something that would do the same thing to 1018. And I said in the room that 1018 is not known for a good finish. And to use high-speed steel that somebody didn't have the horsepower to do 1018. So I had a 3/8, there it is, a little piece of 3/8 high-speed steel, and I just quickly ground around on it, ran it. Now this is untouched. That's right off the lathe. And that is a beautiful, smooth finish. I've never had a finish like that. The same way 12L. Always had ugly, ugly finishes. Beautiful finish on it. It is smooth as glass. Now I can feel with the fingernails slight ripples in it. This guy? No. But I've never had a finish on 12L like that before. I've always had to work it pretty bad with sandpaper. So here's kind of a cool little discovery. So I guess I'm going to be making my own bits here coming up. Yeah, I just went in like that and cut it and it just came right out. Beautiful. Alright, sharing. Alright, so there's that's what I found. There's my search for steel. It turns out a high-speed steel. So I started searching for steel inserts. Does anybody make just a plain steel insert? And I did find at the little machine shop, they do have a steel insert. I've ordered it, but it's on back order. So I don't know when I'm going to get it. They said they expect them in 2 weeks ago. So May 11th, and they still don't have them right now. As a result of all that searching too, I found two places. Mesatool.com, really interesting place. They sell a lot of different tools, low price with the insert. So go check out Mesatool.com. The other thing is on Amazon, and I think it's a pricing error and it's still there. There's a TPMT 21.51. You get 10 of them for $10.25. It says on it it's for finishing. So for that price, I ordered it anyway. It still hasn't shipped, but I'll be getting those, and that's why I was saying, you know, the 3/8 tool holders, insert holders, are really flexible because there's all kinds of stuff out there. So as a result, now I'm kind of just sitting still, and I figured, I mentioned in the last video I wanted to get just the ARs, which I can't find. You know, well, it is out there, but they want $30 for just the one AR. I'm like, no, I might as well buy the whole set and throw the rest away. So I thought, you know, let me build them. So I did a proof of concept. I dug through the scrap drawer and found the old T-nut here that I had made for the table, that the hole was drilled off center. Machined it to 3/8 and reverse engineered and came up with a print, which I do have up on the website right now, but don't do it because it needs to be revised, I'll tell you. But there's the print. So I did machine it and put the insert in there, and it looked like I was right on the money. So I took a piece of 1/2 inch right there, 1/2 inch, and that's what this video is going to show you, making this guy. I started with, I took a piece of 1/2 inch steel out of stock. Oh yeah, let me say that. I went to my favorite place. I needed to stock up on some material here, Industrial Metal Supply. And I was asking them, do you have 3/8? And he didn't have it. I'd have to not order it, but they'd have to cut it from the back, and so it's going to be higher. It's not any of the 1 foot pre-cuts that are sold by the pound. So I said, forget it. And he said, well, why don't you go and look in the scrap pile? I said, scrap pile? What scrap pile? He goes, yeah, go through the plastic curtain back into the warehouse, and on the left and right, you'll see all the stuff that we figure is just junk. I said, okay. And I go back there, and oh my God, everything. Huge pieces of rod, aluminum, all just priced with nothing. I mean, it's ridiculous. There was one area on the right that had so much stuff, and it was all $1. So I picked it up. I'm like, this is $1. Holy cow. I guess they figured it's not going to sell. What is this, 7 inches by 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, $1. So there's a lot of stuff back there. Most of it was just so huge that I couldn't do anything with it. So in any case, I started making my own. I took a piece of 1/2 inch and fly cut it all down. So the video you're going to see here now is making this guy, but when it was completely done I realized I need to refine the print and make it a little bit better. This point was off, but the other dimensions looked like I was right on the money. So here's this video, and hope you enjoy. Alright, first step to making this index insert holder. 1/2 inch piece of 1013, cut it off. Now I'm just going to face this face and that face, and then I'll come back. Alright, the ends are faced off, set up for fly cutting. I'm going to take a 1/16 of an inch off of all faces, and this is going to be a long time. Alright, it should be just 5 thousandths from the final cut here. I want to check it and make sure. Put the mic in there. I'm at. Yep. 3. Oh, I think that's it. 375. Right, that's 4. Yeah. Caliper this thing. Yeah. From 378 with the calipers. My chronometers is 74. So I was supposed to be 5 thousandths. That's why I always stop and check it before the final cuts, or even close to it. A lot of these chips over here are blue, and I've been using just motor oil, wiping the surface down. The surface is gorgeous with the cutter. It doesn't get much better than that. So I guess I'll take it out and mic it. Right handle here. Take it out and see what it really is. Yep. Greasy. All the oil went everywhere. I just got 2 more sides to cut. Oh, that's loose fitting. Where's the 0? Yep, a 1/2 thou under. Alright. So finish fly cutting it, and then I'll bring you back. Oh, let me sand it up there so you can see the surface. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's doing a great job. Yuck. Alright, there it is, all surfaced and machined down. This side is actually 2 thousandths over, 0.377. And the other side was a 1/2 tenth under. So now set it up for the mini pallet and cutting the spot for the insert. Alright, we're set up for putting it in there. 30 degrees sitting in there. Goes all the way up against. I'm going to get some clamps on it here. Oh good, perfect alignment. Come on, get in there. And I'll put that smaller clamp on there too. Just to make sure it doesn't go anyplace. I'll take this down a bit. Long-winded screw. Alright, well, I've got to get this clamp down and then set up with an end mill. Okay, I'm set up here. What I did was I edge found here, since I'm all the way up against the stop. Once I found the edge, came up, went over 0.1, 100 thousandths, zeroed out the DRO, and 3/8, divided it in half, so I came back and just verified it. Yeah, it was just barely touching it. You couldn't even put a piece of paper in there. So I'm at the right spot. I've now zeroed out the y-axis DRO. I came down, had a piece of paper on top until I could just feel friction, zeroed out the z-axis DRO, saying that'll be the surface. Came down another 2 thousandths to account for the paper, and then re-zeroed it out. Now according to the print, I need to go down 90 thousandths. So I've taken it down 90 thousandths and I've locked the z-axis. Now according to the print, I just need to make this cut going in, what is it, 324 thousandths. So let's start cutting it in. Bring it in here for the last of it. Supposed to go in 324, right? Yeah, 324. I'm at 320. So I'm doing climb milling only. 23. And the last cut, 24. And there it is, and that bottom finish looks really nice. Alright, I can release this, right? Yeah, because I'm going to reposition everything, so yeah, unlock that. Show you guys what it looks like. Pretty nice indeed. There's got all these steel shards all over the place. They're going to wind up in my finger and on. So I'm going to brush this kind of blow it away carefully. Yeah. And there it is. Insert should fit right in there. Where's an insert? Get one out here. I hate these packages. You can't slide them to save your life. There. Oh, these are the shiny ones. Alright, well. Here's one. Goes right on there. Alright, now I gotta just position everything to drill a hole. Time to drill that hole. So I edge found the back, zeroed out the DRO, came in a tenth, 100,000th, zeroed it out, found this edge, same thing, zero out the DRO, come in 100,000ths, zero it out. Then the print says I gotta go that way 0.125 and that way 0.166. I put the insert on there and it looks like I'm dead on. So time to drill the hole. Yeah, zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this. So glad I made this thing. So all you do is just put the tap in there and bring it down. And I know that tap is straight. And then just start turning it. My hand gets in the way. Nothing I can do about it. Running in. Alright. Just wanted to show you guys the setup for tapping it. And there it is. I wanted to put an insert in there before I move this table to make sure I threaded it far enough. So I can release it now. Get this guy out of there. One clamp right, I can release it. Yeah, everything's there. I could refine it anyway, I guess, but so there it is. That looks right on the money. Get some grease off of this cutting fluid, tapping fluid. Alright. Yep. That should have gone that way a little bit more, but it's clear and everything. Alright, just kind of cut the other piece off and that's it.